Kai Sheehan wants you to think he's a high-rolling entrepreneur. Well, that's how he's convinced people to invest money into his business. But the bodybuilder is bankrupt, and there's nothing to show for everyone's money except his lavish lifestyle.
Say this is a big rich town.
He drives flash cars.
I bought a Lamborghini Huracan for $330,000 at 23 years old.
Flexes fancy clothes.
Bright light, city life, I gotta make it. This is when it goes down. Oh, yeah.
And boasts a big body transformation.
A hard knock, shots pop.
If you want to transform your life exactly like I did and go from this to what I am now in 12 months, I lost 40 kilos.
His name is Kai Sheehan. If you ask him, he's a self-made rags to riches success story.
I just come from the poet's pond.
At 17, I was actually homeless for 1 month. 1 whole month I was homeless for. I am living proof that anyone can come from nothing.
But if you ask these people, the dreams Kai was selling turned into nightmares.
Promised to make me a millionaire.
And wanted to bring me to the top with him.
You give him the money and then it just falls off like a cliff. It's gone.
My actual, my fantasy, my belief was I wanted to be like Jordan Belfort.
But now Kai is crying poor.
I owned a Lamborghini. Now I'm sitting here with my $1,000 car getting impounded.
Mate, are you just a really bad businessman or are you a conman? Which one is it?
Tries.
You're a guy who tries.
I just don't want to be.
Are they going to get their money back?
What?
There's a lot of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I don't want to.
Tonight, we're exposing the wild web of Kai Sheehan, uncovering the bankrupt social media influencer, his alleged victims who've lost thousands, and the documents that all lead to the wannabe high flyer.
It's going to be the #1 listened to podcast in Australia, and then from there, I'm planning on moving to America.
When it comes to business, you name it, Kai has tried it.
No one in Australia is getting guests like I've already got lined up on. Like, when this takes off, man, and this first episode launches, boom.
But his podcast never took off. Just like the dessert bar he once opened up on the Gold Coast, it shut down soon after.
I've lost around $70,000 to Kai Sheehan over the space of about 2 years.
Sydney dad Chris always dreamt of breaking away from the 9 to 5. He's a single father and his little girl has autism, so his goal is to spend more time with her. He claims Kai promised to make that happen, and Chris believed him.
He's got a lot of videos of him splashing a lot of cash and money and owning a Lamborghini at one point, living in a mansion.
It all started when Chris followed Kai on social media. Kai then sent him these voice recordings boasting about big names.
I just jumped off a podcast with Tones and I. Man, hell, who are you? Why did these people do a podcast with you? You must be someone. I am someone.
I thought, kind of sort of celebrity rich type of person wanted to talk to me, so I started talking, and yeah, one thing led to another, and I'm investing in an app.
The app is called Lofi. It was designed to help students find employment. Kai was bankrupt at the time, but he could still sign off as the CEO. His fiancée at the time, Asha Irendorfer, was listed as a Lofi director. Kai told Chris he was selling so-called shares in the company.
There's only going to be 5 people involved, and you can be one of them.
You need to make a quick decision, yes or no, done. Take the opportunity while it's there, or you miss it type thing. That's what it is.
Sometimes when I think about it, I feel a little bit sick because I worked so hard for that money, and then it just vanished.
Here's how Kai spoke to Chris when he told Kai he couldn't cough up any more money.
You're complaining that you don't get to see. You're with your daughter. The are you complaining about? And you're not trying to help me at all. You made a promise to your daughter. What about what?
Ballarat mother Tori was also reeled in.
He told me that he would love to have someone like me on board his team, and that he's not opening up, many spaces for people, but he can see talent in myself.
Tori gave Kai $1,000 to invest in Lofi.
I was actually ecstatic. I was like raving to all my friends, like, yeah, I just invested in this company. I'm a shareholder now.
He was so convincing, her friends even jumped on board.
I vouched for this man to my friends and they put money and lost it.
But the Lofi app company has now been deregistered and everyone's money gone.
Heartbroken for the mums I've heard of that have sent him their entire house deposit and never seen a cent back.
The money's gone. We're never going to get the money. The money's gone.
Luke is a tradie from Melbourne. He fell for another business venture of Kai's. This one was called the App Mentors and was supposed to build app ideas for customers.
He was constantly on Instagram, always flaunting his lifestyle, always basically saying he was successful. He was into doing apps.
He paid Kai $4,400.
Over the next couple of days, the communication pretty much died off. I wanted him to call me, he wouldn't call me, he would always make excuses, he had meetings, he had this. I never heard from him again after that day.
That company too has been deregistered. Luke never got his app built or his money back.
Over the last few years, in all these cases and more, the alleged victims say they were emailed contracts and asked to sign them, then transferred money into a bank account provided by Kai Sheehan, never to see it again.
Happy New Year to everyone except Kai Sheehan.
What do Kai Sheehan and this fire have in common? If you go near either of them, you will get burnt.
But both Kai and Asher say it's just business.
I don't know it all. I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy trying to give it a crack, not wanting to be an employee.
In business, if you invest in business, you need to understand people fail. Not everything works out, okay?
Kai claims he's got no money to pay people back.
When I'm trying to make something succeed, but I've got to use money that I don't have, that I don't even have, to pay people off little bits here and there to try and keep everyone happy, to prove that I'm not a scam and I'm not a fraud.
But we found him living in a luxury rooftop pool apartment in Brisbane.
Kai Sheehan, the Bankrupt bodybuilder. Zarisha Bradley from A Current Affair. We just want to ask you about your business dealings. Mate, where's the money that people gave you for Lofi?
Please stop touching me.
What about the app mentors? Where's that money gone?
Kai usually loves the camera, just not ours.
Where's your Lamborghini? You're catching Ubers now. There are single parents out there that are doing it hard.
What do you think I am?
You've taken their money.
No, that's ridiculous.
Mate, are you a failed businessman or a conman?
I'm the guy who tries.
Kai Sheehan or Kai the conman? Which one is it?
There's people who say they've lost money all around the country. Some a few thousand, others their life savings.
That we know of, we think it's at least 400,000, if not more.
ASIC documents show Kai has a long list of deregistered companies, and there's a long list of Aussie battlers lining up with one warning.
Don't fall for his trap.
Do not invest in this man. Do not give this man money.
Kai, give us our money back.
And if you've had any dealings with Kai Sheehan, please let us know. We've also confirmed police are now investigating.